Friday, the spirit of the Vikings sails again in Newfoundland.
There's always something in my mind. I want to experience what they experience.
In Alberta, we'll go to a cattle auction with a rancher who's on a rescue mission.
Oh, yeah. That's okay. You'll have a much better life now.
And we'll take a wild ride with a lead-footed lady from Prince Edward Island. We're on the move, we're on the go, we're on the road again. Hello again, everybody, and welcome to our show. Our first story tonight takes us here to this house in South Rustico, Prince Edward Island. It's about a woman who has a pretty routine life. She gets up in the morning, sends her 2 kids off to school, and then goes off to her day job. That's how it is Monday through Friday. But come the weekend, Dianne Doucette's life shifts into high gear. 9 to 5, 5 days a week, Dianne Doucette sews leather patches for T-shirts. It's monotonous and routine, but Dianne isn't bored. She has other things on her mind.
When I'm working here during the week, I think about racing the weekend. Stock car racing.
Dianne is the only woman stock car racer in her class on Prince Edward Island.
I was the first one to drive with the men.
You and all the men.
All the men.
Get out of the way, boys.
We're coming.
But Dianne is also a wife, mother, and housekeeper. And that means housework. You spend the whole day doing housework?
No. An hour and a half, a couple hours, and then I go outside.
You always end up in the garage.
I always end up in the garage. Some nights, it's hard to, you come home from work and it's an awful mess and it's a lot to do in the car. Well, the mess stays. You go work in the car.
That's the priority.
Yeah. Donnie, look, over there. Small crack.
Dianne and her husband, Donnie, always have some fine-tuning to do on the car.
I think we should check the timing too, Don.
Yeah, it didn't sound that good.
No.
Donnie, a former stock car driver himself, is Dianne's mechanic, coach, and come the weekend, her constant companion.
I'd be lost without him. I don't know if I'd be able to do any. I'd be able to do some of the stuff, but he's my buddy. He's my best friend. He's everything.
Thank you. It's race day and one of the busiest weekends of the season. The big boys are here, the NASCAR teams with their souped-up race cars, fully equipped trailers, and uniformed pit crews. Dianne has Donnie and his buddy Bruce in her pit. She doesn't race NASCAR yet. Her class is called Street Stock, and except for a few modifications, her car is the same kind you'd see on the road. But that doesn't make the sport any less challenging or less exciting.
You get hooked. It gets in your blood, and you just can't get away from it. What a feeling. When you're driving out pit road and you're trying to figure out who's ahead of you. I can go faster into the corners than this fella. I can win this race.
What happens when the flag drops?
Everybody's right to the floor. You're gone.
Dianne wouldn't miss racing for anything, not even her sister's wedding.
She was going to get married in September, but we were racing, and I couldn't give up racing, so she changed her date because she wanted me to be a bridesmaid. I told her to find somebody else, but no, she said, we'll put it off.
You wouldn't what? You wouldn't give up a day?
No, I couldn't. I was leading the point.
It's that kind of nerve that drives Dianne around an oval track at speeds of more than 140 kilometers an hour. Do you feel any sense of danger out there?
No, if I did, I wouldn't be out there racing.
What's the scariest thing?
The scariest thing? Smash my car up.
But smash-ups are part of the game, and Dianne was lucky to walk away from this one in 1993. What happened that night?
Well, I come into this turn, and the car and I collided like this. We hit side on, and then my car just sort of went away from me. I hit the wall. The car rode up on the wall. I ended up on my side here. I crossed the finish line on my side. I was that far from hitting the flag stand. Those fellas weren't too happy up there. I think they scared them more than they scared me.
You crossed the finish line on your side?
Yeah. Yeah.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Did you win?
No, I finished 10th.
Well, at least you finished.
Yeah, I finished.
Today, Dianne has another close call. Coming into the straightaway, she gets sideswiped by another car. Dianne isn't scared. She's mad. So's Donnie. After the race, Diane's still upset. Not so much by the accident, but because her car just isn't performing the way she wants it to.
What happened? She's poised, she's forced, she's loose, she's everything.
But there's not much time for repairs. There are only 2 other races before Dianne heads out to the track again. There's lots of thrills and spills this weekend, and the crowd loves it. But Dianne would rather get through her next race unscathed.
Okay, good luck.
Don't need it.
Let's hope it works.
Go home with no smashes
Well,
on
there you go, that's the big thing. Let's hope it works this time. Good luck. Give her help.
Back behind the wheel again, things start out smoothly. Diane's right in the middle of the action, thumping and squealing her way around the track. Then, only a few laps into the race, the same car that hit her last time cuts across the infield and whacks her again. Donnie can't believe it.
Go after him, Diane. I'll give it to him.
And he knows exactly how Diane's feeling.
Bad. This time, I don't blame her.
With only 4 laps to go, Dianne doesn't have much chance to catch up. She crosses the finish line with both her car and her pride slightly bruised. But she's not about to let that get her down.
You raced a good race after getting the fun, boys.
Race better when you're mad.
It's been a tough day all round. But Dianne Doucette loves this sport.
Didn't have a good night, but we'll get started next week.
Not only is it a great escape from the routine of everyday life, hey, stock car racing sure beats housework.